Hello, Cadet West. I'll be acting as first squad leader, second platoon, battle company, first 117 Infantry Division. This is an unclassified information brief. The purpose of this is to inform junior NCOs in my squad on the composition, capabilities, and battle and tactics of American and Chinese motorized squads. We're going to be looking at American squads composition, Chinese squad capabilities, and then fundamental offensive tactics for both, as well as comparing them. So to start off with the American, we have a squad leader who is in command of two teams, Alpha and Bravo team. Each team is comprised of a team leader, a grenadier, an AR, and a rifleman. Each team has a M203 grenade launcher, and a M249 machine gun. Additionally, for a motorized rifle squad, there is a driver, machine gunner, and they are on a ICV striker. For the Chinese motorized squad, it is broken down into three teams. So you have your headquarters, your machine gun team, and your anti-tank team. For these teams, you have a machine gun in your machine gun team, as along with a sniper rifle. Additionally, you have in your anti-tank team, you have a grenadier with an anti-tank rifle, and in your headquarters, you have a heavy machine gun with your assistant squad leader. Main takeaways from this is you have a squad leader and an assistant squad leader, and then all of the important equipment like night vision, handheld radios, laser finders, GPS is held with the leadership. An important note here is that the gun team and the anti-tank team do not have team leaders, so during maneuvers, the squad leader and the assistant squad leader will both take charge of their own individual teams. So now we're going to compare them. The Chinese squad has a squad leader and an assistant squad leader, which gives them more leadership compared at the squad level compared to the U.S. who only has one squad leader. However, Chinese motorized squads only have 0 team leaders, while the U.S. has 2, which gives them more command and control over the battlefield as they can disperse information and lead their teams more effectively. Weapon system differences: we have a sniper for the Chinese, which the U.S. does not have. A main way the U.S. can counter this is by utilizing cover and concealment effectively and understanding their terrain and the routes that they're going to be taking. An additional difference is the anti-tank capabilities of the Chinese squad. The U.S. has an M203 grenade launcher, but it does not have the same anti-tank capabilities that the Chinese does. A way to counter this or account for this is to, yet again, consider cover and concealment and understand your key terrain so that you're not going down poor routes to the objective. Both motorized rifle squads both have up armored vehicles, which are relatively similar. The main difference is the M2 has slightly longer range than the Chinese 12.7 millimeter machine gun. Yep. Now on to the tactics of the offensive tactics of both squads. So the Chinese rifle squad, their main tactic is to focus on power, joint integration, and maneuver, and their main objective is to destroy enemy formations rather than taking ground. This is different compared to the U.S., who is more focused on taking objectives and key terrain. Principles for the Chinese offensive tactic is quality over quantity. So they're big on not just throwing numbers at the situation, but actually pinpointing what needs to be done. A key takeaway from this is their depth of principle, in which they are focusing on isolating both physically and psychologically. So this is an important thing to understand, that China will attempt to separate your units out and pick them off one by one. So that's an important thing to understand. The U.S.'s main purpose is to defeat, destroy, and neutralize enemy forces, seizing key terrain and objectives. In closing, some key takeaways is to understand the Chinese sniper and anti-tank capabilities, to understand the difference in command and control that the Chinese has compared to the Americans due to their having a squad leader and assistant squad leader, and having no team leaders compared to the Americans having a squad leader and 2 team leaders. Understanding how to counter both the sniper and anti-tank capabilities by using cover and concealment, as well as understanding key terrain and routes, and then being knowledgeable on Chinese offensive tactics to better understand how they operate and to counter it, and to mainly understand their tactic of isolating forces both physically and psychologically to be able to identify that and prevent that from happening. This concludes my MS200 military brief.
This concludes my